Hi lovelies, welcome back to UG Update. So guys, on this video, let's talk about My Desire series, guys. I'll be talking about an episode that is about to go down in the My Desire series pretty very soon. Guys, we all know that a lot of drama is going down in My Desire series currently. So without wasting more time, let's dive straight into the video to find out exactly what is about to go down this time around. But before I continue to the video, lovelies, please don't forget guys that this is still UG Updates. In case if you are yet to subscribe to UG Updates, please click on the subscription button and subscribe. Don't also forget guys to give this video a thumbs up. Alright lovelies, let's dive straight into the video. So guys, the episode starts with the officer asks Arjun to go to Karun. So Arjun says, I will take her to the car. He lifts Kashvi and takes her to the car, and the lady constable goes with unconscious Kashvi in the car. Arjun then goes to Karun, and then Karun asks Arjun about the auntie. Arjun thinks he shall not tell him that she is taken to the hospital, so he tells that she is fine. Karun tells that the auntie saved him many times and she is very brave and fought with the guns like a hero. Arjun says yes, she is very brave. So Karun says he wanted to thank him, and then Arjun says we shall go home now as everyone is worried. Karun says okay, then Bijay steals the inspector's guns and pushes him. He runs locking him in the police van and then takes the bike and thinks nobody can search him all life. The inspector couldn't catch him and gets upset. So the officer takes Kashvi to the hospital. The doctor asks them to wait outside and says we will start her treatment and will update you. The inspector calls his senior inspector and informs him that Bijay fled. The senior inspector scolds him and asks him to put the red alert to catch Bijay. So the inspector says okay. Arjun takes Karun home and Mahima then acts and says my son is back. She acts sweet and then Kiva praises Arjun and says father shall be like Arjun. Monty and Mickey tease Kiva, then Jagdish asks Arjun what happened. So Arjun thinks he shall not say about Kashvi for now. So he says he is tired. Dradi reaches the hospital and the doctor tells her that Kashvi was hanged, so she felt suffocated and difficult to breathe. Dradi is shocked. Then the inspector says this happened due to Bijay and tells her that Kashvi will be fine. Dradi prays in the in-house temple and asks God to save Kashvi. She says Kashvi loved Arjun, but she was betrayed and lost her son. She asks Matarani not to take her test anymore, and then she says if you don't treat her, then I will not do your puja. Arjun comes to the hospital and sees Kashvi breathing heavily, and then he says your Arjun is back and asks where did you go? I searched you everywhere in 5 years. He says nothing will happen to you and says it is destiny that you saved my son. And he said that you gave him Matarani's chunari. He says I did a big mistake 5 years before and says I couldn't understand how this happened. He says I couldn't forget your face and pain. So he apologizes to her and says I lived in hope that I will meet you someday and that's why I continued my studies. He says he has passed the civil service exam and very soon his training will start. So he says you can't leave me and shall come back. Kashvi is still breathing heavily but Arjun asks the doctor to see her. The doctor goes to check her and then she comes back and says it's a miracle, she is fine and conscious now. Arjun is about to go inside and meet her but Radhi stops him. She says you have betrayed her 5 years back and ruined her completely. She says you all have made her cry and says you have snatched her everything. Now, what do you want to do? Arjun says I want to apologize to her and make everything fine. So he says I want to meet Kashvi, please don't stop me. Dradi shouts and says you cheated on her using her sister. So she says Kashvi came to meet you, to patch up with you, but you were getting married to someone else. She says her heart was broken fully at that time, so she has decided to leave this city immediately. She says you are someone else's husband and asks him to be loyal to his wife. She says I will not let you meet Kashvi and asks him to get out from their lives. Arjun thinks they don't know that I had married Mahima. If they come to know, then they will hate me more. And that's why I shall not tell. So Dradi asks him to leave, while Arjun goes. Dradi goes to Kashvi and asks how are you? Then Kashvi asks if Arjun was here. I felt that he was here. So Dradi says yes, he had come but I asked him to go. She says I didn't want you to see him again and get sad again. So Kashvi gets teary eyes and she recalls Mahima and Arjun sleeping together and then his marriage. She thinks it is good that Daddy asked him to go and thinks she don't want to have any feelings for him. So Daddy says we will go tomorrow from here, while Kashvi says she has to report to her boss first. Daddy asks her to give the report to her boss. So the next morning, Kashvi gives the file to the boss and tells that she wants to go as the mission is completed. The boss says Bijo has fled and asks her to stay in Faridabad, but Kashvi refuses and says she has personal reasons. The officer asks if it is more than your service for the country. Guys, it's quite interesting episode going down in the My Desire series this time around. You can see that Arjun actually came to apologize. It is really needed. Like, this is heartbreaking for Kashvi, and I don't think it will be very easy to forgive that much. Now it's standing, guys, please drop your opinion about what is going down in My Desire series currently. Please drop what you think on the comment section. And as you do that, please don't forget that this is a UG update. In case if you are yet to subscribe to UG updates, please click on the subscription button and subscribe. Don't also forget, guys, to give this video a thumbs up. Alright, lovelies, that will be a wrap. Thank you guys for watching up to this point. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on my next video.